Yo, what to do, YouTube? It's your boy Jen Chris here, about some more Chris Wrestling views, but today is going to be a preview. So today you guys are going to be doing the WWE Raw preview today, to give you a recap on what happened last week and my thoughts and my opinions on what I think that could possibly happen. So let's get down to it. Last week, the opener of the show was John Morrison, was congratulating The Miz, winning his WWE Championship once again after on the Elimination Chamber. He successfully cashed in on Drew McIntyre with the help of the Dominator himself, Bobby freaking Lashley. Lashley said last week that The Miz owes him a debt and that he's coming to collect. And so after then, you guys, Lashley was telling Miz last week that he got an hour, to make the right decision. Otherwise, he's gonna send him to the ER. And Bobby Lashley said, and that's gonna be awesome. And so, yeah, you guys. So basically, like with that last week, with the thing with not John Morrison, The Miz and Bobby Lashley. I mean, just to basically think about Lashley being like in the main, trying to get into the main title picture, basically because he never had the WWE nor like the World Heavyweight title that they used to have. Hopefully they do bring that WWE World Heavyweight Championship back, because that was one of my favorites. Besides when John Cena at that time, he had that spinning belt. I hated that belt, but I like the World Heavyweight Championship belt better. So, last week we also seen Matt Riddle versus John Morrison in a non-title match. Matt Riddle ended up picking up the victory, and it's also being said that Matt Riddle, there's a news report actually that Matt Riddle said he is going to bring back the WWE United States Championship Open Challenge match, and we might see that tonight on Raw. And I wonder who's gonna really answer that. I hope it's a superstar that's unexpected to see that could face Lashley. Would it be Keith Lee? I mean, Keith Lee was injured last, he can compete on Elimination Chamber last Sunday, but he possibly could tonight on Raw. But we'll see. Hopefully it will be Keith Lee versus Matt Riddle tonight for the United States title. And we'll see how that go about, because we may see a heel turn with Keith Lee. You never know, you guys, so stay tuned to Raw tonight. All right, then also, backstage, we're seeing R-Truth and Bad Bunny and all that good stuff. And Bad Bunny, he's protected by Damian Priest, and R-Truth, like I said, he's trying to get back his 24/7 championship, but he can't. But hopefully he'll end up winning some kind of way, because you guys, Bad Bunny is going to stick around with the WWE and being on WWE television, might as well say, until after WrestleMania, and then he's going to be gone. So yeah, might be the host of WrestleMania. Might be a host of something to WrestleMania too. Who knows? Then you guys, we had Adam Pearce. He was asking The Miz about his deal that he made with Bobby Lashley, and Adam Pearce was telling Miz that he got he got less than an hour or so at that time of the show. And let's keep going on, you guys. Last week we also seen T-Bar and Mace versus the New Day. New Day end up, like I said, picking up the victory. Then we see Mustafa Ali gets upset, starts to push Mace, push Slapjack, push T-Bar, and saying, he's tired of this losing. I mean, Mustafa Ali, nah, I rather, I see, we all know that T-Bar is Dominic Dijakovic that used to be in NXT. But at the same time, we could possibly see them as, tag team champions somewhere down the line. But Mustafa Ali, I cannot really deal with that guy. I know most of you can't either, but, it is what it is. Comment down in the section on what you think about Mustafa Ali, you guys. So I'm thinking, you guys, also, I meant to tell y'all, it was a rumor report last week. I started doing a video on it, but most people probably want to hear it. But it's being said that that the Retribution group is going to be broken up, We heard this plenty of times again. And then, they tried to be better. Vince tried to make them better. But then again, it's still sinking. They keep losing. I mean, they win like a couple of times. But not as much as the New Day, have won. But then again, we'll see what's going to happen tonight on Raw with Mustafa Ali. Hopefully, we'll see the full breakup of the Retribution group. All right, so let's get on next. You guys, Bobby Lashley last week, he gave Miz that 1 hour. Bobby Lashley comes out with MVP, and it's about the Miz decision. Miz says he needs more time. Bobby Lashley looked very mad at him, of course, and said he need a week. Miz was telling Bobby Lashley that he needed a week. Then Braun Strowman comes out. Then Shane O'Mac comes out and says to Braun Strowman he can't, that he can't get into the match. He can get into the match, but he would have to defeat Bobby Lashley tonight in order to make it a triple threat match, which supposed to have been Braun Strowman versus Bobby Lashley versus The Miz for the WWE championship, but that didn't happen. Also, you guys, I meant to mention that Drew McIntyre returns tonight as well. What does WWE have in store for this Scottish psychopath tonight on Raw? If Strowman wins, he'll be in the match, but of course, you guys, he lost. Bobby Lashley did put a hurting on him last week on Raw. And so, it's like, man, it's like, you never know what, never know what's going to happen. Could possibly Braun Strowman, end up being in the match, costing Bobby Lashley, the WWE championship. So, yeah, you guys, trying to see if they have any matches, that's scheduled, but I guess not. We're gonna give it a little second here while my computer loads and let you guys know if there's any matches that has been announced. Actually, it's March the 1st, you guys, the first Raw of the new month. So let's get on with a couple of other matches that happened last week. Bad Bunny and Damian Priest versus Angel Garza. Well, Bad Bunny was in the corner of Damian Priest versus Angel Garza. And Damian Priest ends up winning, of course. What does WWE really have in store for, for Damian Priest? I mean, I heard it was a rumor that it's supposed to be The Miz and John Morrison versus Damian Priest. But it was Bad Bunny and Damian Priest versus Miz and Morrison, but I guess WWE scrapped that and decided to go in a different angle. But we'll all see what's gonna happen. Last week, Lucha House Party lost against Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin, the WWE Raw Tag Team Champions. We are also seeing a little segment backstage of Orton. He was talking about how he didn't win the Chamber. He said, well, it's because of the Fiend or it's because of Alexa or whatever. But, ends up, you guys, Randy Orton starts, spitting up black liquid out of his mouth, and all that good stuff. But then again, you guys, will we see, I know I did a Raw preview, you guys, last week, and saying possibly Brock Lesnar or The Fiend will return on Raw, but technically it did not happen. It was rumored around everywhere, and I'm like, well, is this true? But sorry, you guys, about that. I did that in my last week Raw review. But like I said, I'm just gonna say, could we see The Fiend return tonight on Monday Night Raw? Will we see Brock Lesnar return tonight? Will he, say he wants to challenge, Bobby Lashley if Bobby Lashley wins that championship? But I guess you guys, we won't see what will happen, or anything. Also, as being said right here, Asuka is out of action after a recent injury, you guys. Let me see what it says. It says Asuka suffered a pretty stiff face. Oh yeah, when she got kicked in the face last week by Shayna Baszler, And if you didn't see that video, you guys, I'm going to find that video where you can see where Asuka got her teeth kicked out of her mouth by Shayna Baszler's foot. And it was like, wow. And it says WWE Fastlane is coming up on March 21st, and Asuka does not have a challenger for the Raw Women's title. She was supposed to wrestle Lacey Evans at WrestleMania, but Lacey Evans ended up announcing that she was pregnant, you guys. I mean, I'm still getting frustrated over this. We have a Raw Women's Champion, Asuka, but we don't have an opponent. WWE can use anyone, no matter what, because I'm not going to read the rest of this, you guys. I want to get up on this Asuka thing because we're going to scrap all that. Okay, Asuka has not defended her title, not counting that Alexa Bliss and Alexa Bliss and Asuka match that happened 3 times already. Including when Alexa was rocking on a horse in the ring. That doesn't count as a match. But Asuka hasn't defended her WWE Raw Women's Championship ever since November, you guys. And it's like, I'm like, what is WWE doing? Like, let Ruby Riott fight for the title. Let someone that is worthy enough on the Raw roster, or move someone from SmackDown and bring in Raw. Have Tamina fight Asuka. Have Natalya fight Asuka. We need someone on the Raw roster that can do the job as defending their Raw Women's Championship each and every week. That's what I'm stuck on. But you guys, I'm going to go ahead and cut it off from right here. I was trying to see were there any other news, regarding tonight's Raw. Besides Asuka, being out of action because of her injury when she got kicked last week. But other than that, you guys, I think that would be it. Thank you all for watching Chris Wrestling Views here on YouTube.com. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, you guys, and make sure that you leave some likes down below. Make sure you leave comments, of course. Make sure you subscribe. But when you subscribe, look on your right hand side. Look for that bell. Click that bell and click all so you won't miss any of my videos. I really do appreciate you guys for tuning in to Chris Wrestling Views. I know people keep saying reviews. Also, y'all, check out my boy at his channel, Rated R for Wrestling, you guys. It's RATED. Space FORRASSLING. Well, not ING. RASSTLIN, I think, you guys. But anyways, so yeah, we got Raw coming on in about an hour and about 20 minutes or so my time. I got 6:52 p.m. here where I live at. So you guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all on my Raw review. And let's see what's going to happen on Monday Night Raw.